Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome into the video. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the top 3 stocks for this week, the catalyst, the trade setups, and everything behind these trades, and just my overall thesis on these stocks. So let's go ahead and get into last week's picks, how they performed, and a couple other past picks and how they're looking right now. So let's look into last week's picks. So the first call out from last week was XL Fleet Corp, ticker symbol XL. Now this stock started out with a very rough week, but it did give us a great buying opportunity on this dip to ride the next wave up. And on Friday, the stock finally got some analyst coverage, finally got some momentum going. It held the trend line as support, and overall, this trade is looking very strong. My breakout area that I'm looking for the next breakout to happen is if it can get over $22 and hold. And I see massive upside to this stock. I have been accumulating on the dip, and this is overall a multiple week swing trade, one that I'm still very confident in. So next up was Karyopharm Therapeutics, ticker symbol KPTI. Now this stock was one of the most boring stocks this week, very stagnant, but as we can see on the chart, it's still holding support that it needs to hold and the pattern that it needs to hold. I still maintain my price target of $18. It's just more of a patient trade. Not every trade is going to play out immediately on the pattern. You got to be patient with some trades. This is a trade that you do have to be patient with, and as long as it does hold the support and pattern, I see $18 easily, and if we can get that breakout over the uptrending trend line, that's where I could see $20 price target hitting in. But for this trade overall, I'm still looking for that swing up to $18 and being patient. This is still one of my most confident trades overall. So next up was BurgerFi International, ticker symbol BFI. Like I said last week, this is more of a long-term swing. I'm looking to hold this one a couple months or until it hits my price target. So looking at the technical chart, we can see that it broke out of the falling wedge, which is key for a potential breakout happening. Now we did not get that immediate breakout. We're getting some consolidation, but the volume is picking up very heavy right now. There does seem to be some accumulation going. So with this very stagnant week, this is indicating a future breakout to me. And I'm still looking at that price target right at about $18. This is one of my favorite long-term stocks overall, and still a trade that I love and am being patient with overall. Alright, so next up, this Tuesday after hours, I call out the trade on Fubo, ticker symbol FUBO. This is my next big trade that I had. So I called this trade out right at about $31. It trended down to that $30 support, bounced right off, and then hit that huge pop, and now trading over $37. So over 25% already on this trade. This trade is looking very strong. My first price target, like I said in the video, get my full thesis on that video as well. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you check that one out. The price target on this trade is $40. If it can break out of that $40 range, I could easily see $50 come very quickly on the potential short squeeze that is starting to happen. But overall, great start to the week on Fubo, ticker symbol FUBO. So next up, a trade that I called out a couple weeks ago, Ocean Power Technologies, ticker symbol OPTT. Now there's a bunch of people on this one. I was the very first person on that one, just got to give some props to myself real quick. But I called this trade out at $2.70, gave this stock a $5 price target on the breakout of $3.50. We finally got that long-awaited breakout this week and ended up hitting that price target. So congrats to everybody who's in that trade. Congrats to everybody who took profits. And there's a lot of 100% gain screenshots that I saw from this trade. So congrats to those who made big profits. Also for those who are still holding on to Bed Bath & Beyond, ticker symbol BBBY. This is a trade that I put out a couple weeks ago. I personally sold too early, but for those who are still holding on strong, you played it way better than I played my own trade. But anyways, we called this stock out right at about $17.80. It is now trading over $30, so huge pop, one of the best performers in the market, and over 60% pop since my original call out. So I also call out a couple of trades and trade setups that I see on Twitter throughout the week. So we can take a look at some callouts that I had this week and how they're looking right now. So I called out Edit on that big 10% dip on Thursday. There's an offering at $66. It was then trading at $64. The next day on Friday, we ended up getting that breakout in Edit. Next up, call out the dip on Corsair Gaming, ticker symbol CRSR. We're looking for that balance off the 34 to 35 level, and we got that big bounce all the way up to $38, 10% gain on a single day when I called that one out. Next up, called out Cleanspark, ticker symbol CLSK. Called this one out potentially finding a bottom at the $24.50 support. On Thursday, it then proceeded to have an over 15% balance from $24.50 and now sitting at almost $29 per share. So called the bottom on that one as well. So if you're not following me on Twitter, you definitely should for those weekly callouts. Also, if you're interested in joining the private Discord chat, I do have the link down below if you're interested. The Discord chat gets my trade setups very first thing. They get alerts every time I buy and sell a stock. I send out nightly watch lists with 15 to 20 stocks every single night that I'm watching for the next day and setups that I like a lot. Also have full access to my personal portfolios, and then also can ask me any questions about any stock. So if you're interested in joining the Discord, that link is right down below. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the top stocks for this coming week. So the first stock that I'm playing this coming week is Triterras Fintech, ticker symbol TRIT. So this stock is currently trading for $7.56. Taking a look at the technical setup, we can see the stock is very, very oversold, and we can see that this stock is starting to establish support and establish a reversal pattern and bounce coming very, very soon. In the past, every big dip that this stock has taken, it's had a reversal and a big bounce after every single big dip. It has established support at about $7.10, and my price target on this stock is looking for a bounce up to $10. So my stop loss for this position as well would be if this stock breaks below $7. So Triterras is essentially a fintech company. You can trade commodities directly through lenders online. This is overall a smaller platform, but it is growing rapidly. And the reason the stock is down big recently is because of a short report coming out that caused a lot of panic selling and a huge overreaction, in my opinion, by a short seller who is known of a past of being a fraud. So I'm not going to go through the full report or the statement, but Triterras did release a company statement in response to the short report, shutting down a bunch of the rumors that was out there. And also recently they did authorize a $50 million share repurchase program, which that itself is almost a tenth of the market cap. So that itself could make the stock go up easily and just shows that this company does have overall confidence in themselves. So we can also take a look at the company's growth, what they've done in the year from 2019 up to 2020. The trade volume went from about $3.6 billion all the way up to $7.7 billion year over year. The trade fees went from $14.5 million up to $23.3 million. The revenue went from $16.9 million up to $56.6 million, which was absolutely huge, more than a 3x right there itself. EBITDA up more than double from $15 million all the way up to almost $40 million. And the net income, the most important thing of this money that this company is making, went from $13.6 million all the way up to $32.9 million. Once again, almost a 3x right there. So overall, this trade, oversold chart with a history of bouncing back very, very quickly. You can tell they have full belief in their company even after the short report and everything, as they authorize a $50 million share repurchase program, and the company has massive growth. So I expect this dip to get bought up. My price target is $10. And I see this price target being reached very, very quickly, as I expect a very, very quick bounce. And going from $7 to $10, that would be about a 30% pop from where we're sitting right now. So huge gains to be had in this stock, ticker symbol TRIT. So let's go ahead and get to the next stock. So this next trade setup that I'm going to be talking about is Smile Direct Club, ticker symbol SDC. So this stock is currently trading at $11.06, and we can go ahead and take a look at the technical setup. So this setup is looking very, very strong. It is on an uptrending channel, and it is sitting at the support of the channel right now and showing strength right now to bounce off of it. Also on Friday, we did get a hammer candle, as you can see where I pointed to on the chart. But a hammer candle always indicates the start of a reversal, and if this trend line holds, I see a pretty easy run to my price target, which would be $13. And if it breaks above $13, we could easily see a run up to the resistance trend line, which would be right around $15. So great upside to be having this trade. I see anywhere from 20 to 50% upside on this trade, as long as it does hold this pattern, hold the support level. If it was to drop below support, I would have my stop loss under $10.50, which would indicate this pattern not holding. So what this company does is they essentially offer the clear braces service, straight to your door, just delivery, no physical locations, which should definitely be the future in this space, as we see with the company Align, ticker symbol ALGN. They also offer products such as teeth whitening, toothbrushes, and dental products overall, a straight e-commerce business in this space. And one of the best things about this trade overall is that 30% plus short float that this company has. We've seen big short squeezes in the past week. This company could definitely be another instance of that. And just results, as long as the stock does start bouncing back, does result in the stock bouncing back further as shorts start to cover as they take profits on their short. We can see the stock move and bounce back very, very quickly, back to the $13 to $15 range for a pretty easy bounce. So overall, I really do like this trade as a pretty low risk, pretty solid 30% reward trade. So let's go ahead and get to the next trade setup for this coming week. So the next stock that I'm playing this coming week is NETE, ticker symbol NETE. So this stock is currently trading for $13.66. And take a look at this technical setup. So looking closely, we can see that this is another ascending triangle setup. This is a technical pattern that I've talked a lot on this channel. And guess what else was an ascending triangle setup? OPTT. So this stock, in my opinion, is on its way for a breakout through this ascending triangle. The first target and the breakout level would be $15 per share. If it can break above that $15 level, I would be targeting $17 to take profits on this pop. And this stock overall has a pretty big history of making big moves very, very quickly. So this could definitely have another big move out of this ascending triangle and breakout level. And just real quick, just so you know what the company does, NETE is a mobile payment transactional service. The company owns and operates a global mobile payments and transactional processing provider TOT group, which includes companies like Unified Payments, ranked as one of the fastest growing companies in North America. Habitito, a next-generation cloud-based point-of-sale payments platform, and also Pay Online, a fully integrated electronic commerce platform. So this company has huge growth, has had a ton of hype about it in the past, and I see as a technical setup play, this stock breaking above 15 and hitting that $17 price target. Now my stop loss area would be if it breaks below this ascending triangle and breaks below the support level, so that's why I'd be cutting loss in that scenario. So one more thing I want to talk about super quickly is on this channel, I'm not going to be talking about stocks that everybody's talking about that are way too hyped up, because if the stock is already super hyped up, chances are you're very late to the party, and at that scenario, their risk is a lot more than reward. On this channel, my goal is to bring you unrealized opportunities that have not made the big moves yet. There's no reason to get into a stock after it's made the big move. There's no reason to be recommending you to buy OPTT right now after it's moved 100% plus. There is absolutely no reason to be recommending stocks that have gone up so much, and you've pretty much missed the opportunity. The people who are recommending you these stocks that already moved that much are either trying to pump these stocks or get a viral YouTube video. So that is not my goal with these trades. My goal with these trades is find unrealized opportunities that we can get in before the big move happens. Alright, and before you commented and flame me in the comments for contradicting myself, yes, I made a video on GameStop yesterday. Was it recommending that stock as a buy at all? Absolutely not. I was pretty much saying to stay away from that stock unless you want to be super risky. And if you get in it, I would have a very tight stop loss. I just wanted to give some commentary on the whole situation because I think it's a pretty funny situation to begin with. It's kind of like a screw you to the hedge funds. So that was pretty cool. So my point with that video was not to get more hype on GameStop. It was just kind of talk of that situation and my honest thoughts behind it. But once again, I'm not going to talk about these super hyped up stocks. I get comments on every single video saying, I'm surprised you didn't talk about BNGO. I'm surprised you didn't talk about NNDM. Look, these stocks have already gone nuts. These stocks are already way too hyped up. And in my opinion, they have more downside than upside at these prices, especially if you get a downtrending market. These stocks are going to be the ones to dump. So there's no reason for me to be talking about these stocks to you guys because, first of all, these stocks have already made the big move. In my opinion, they have more downside than upside at these prices. And everybody else is already talking about these stocks and hyping them up. So there's absolutely no reason for me to talk about a stock like that. Once again, I'm trying to find these unrealized opportunities for us to get in before the big moves happens. Perfect example, MRMD, which has gone about 100% since my original recommendation. Also OPTT, which has gone over 100% since my recommendation. So just some quick thoughts at the end of the video. Sorry about rambling on, but thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, it does help me out a ton. Subscribe if you have not already. If you're interested in joining the private Discord chat, the link is down below once again. If you want to get $30 free in M1 Finance, or some free stocks on Webull, those links are down below as well, and those are affiliate links, so it does help support the channel as well. So appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to trade smart this week, and let's get rich.